training. I'll take a chance at Randall's Poets last. Looks like they're all in. Let's get up to Jerry.
The Behans Horseshoe Bar Restaurant and Townhouse Maiden. Sectarius began well. Water Nymph nudged up on the inside of Simpson's Paddock. These three covered by a couple of lengths at the end of the first furlong. Right in behind them is Rick Dalton alongside his Time Tells All. These are followed by Fashion Flair and Toll Stone. Seven Seas next. On the inside is Caddick Finn. Further back to Limestone Red and Randall Poets last. 5.5 to run, and Water Nymph has nudged on to lead by half to Sectarius in third place. Rick Dalton on the inside of Simpson's Paradox with Time Tells All. Fashion Flair next with Toll Stone and Seven Seas. They're followed towards the halfway stage by Caddick Finn, Limestone Red, and finally Randall Poets last. Little has changed in the order. It's Water Nymph and Jack Cleary upholding a lead of half a length. Rick Dalton had a choppy turning there in the grey jacket, as is Water Nymph, and alongside Sectarius, being followed through by Time Tells All, who's just shading to third from Simpson's Paradox. Rick Dalton next with Toll Stone, tracking them into the straight. Fashion Flair. Back marker of the leading group is Seven Seas, breaking well clear of Caddick Finn, Randall Poets last, and Limestone Red. As Water Nymph presses ahead by length from Sectarius in second, who's driven along. Time Tells All is right in behind them, being followed to the elbow by Rick Dalton. Wide of them, Simpson's Paradox and Toll Stone. Water Nymph the leader from Rick Dalton, who's coming to challenge. They're followed by Time Tells All. Sectarius from off the pace and the stripes, coming home very well indeed as Randall Poets last and Toll Stone. Simpson's Paradox next. It's still Water Nymph in front. Leads a couple of lengths. Randall Poets last, who's closing, but it's too late as Water Nymph gets a stay from Randall Poets last, Toll Stone, Rick Dalton, Simpson's Paradox.
Yes, Water Nymph, Wrigley bred filly, half-sisted, of course. Fancy Blue won the Prix de Diane, and the Nassau Stakes for Donegal O'Brien, second in the Irish 1,000 guineas, and she gets off the mark, Water Nymph, on her fifth time of asking. She's bounced out. She's been quite prominent all the way, made virtually all. The hard luck story has to be the runner-up, Randall's Poets last, who lost its race after going around a half a furlong, went losing its position. But has come home to some tune. As I say, she's a winner waiting to happen. But Water Nymph up prominently all the way, had the experience, had been placed in 4 over 9 starts prior to today, wasn't winning out a turn, and a nice winner for Jack Cleary as well, of course, based with Aidan O'Brien in Ballydile. And with obviously some of his main jockeys out, Wayne Lorden hurt and injured, and Shamie Heffernan suspended. Aidan's a great man to give both his lads plenty of opportunities. Jack Cleary and Killian Hennessy as well has had some big days during the summer, but look at Randall's, the second horse, where that's come from. Randall's Poets last. Look where she is turning into the straight. 2 down, virtually impossible to win from that position here. And as I say, she's only 2 behind her turning in. She's made up a lot of ground. Time Tells All now for the first time travelled strongly, stopped very quickly when asked for his effort, and disappointing run by Sectarius as well. Very disappointing run indeed by that. Simpson's Paradox, similar applies to him as Time Tells All, as we said beforehand. Tall Stone has run well, maybe a step further up and trip could play to his strengths. And Rick Dalton, now for the first time, travelled really well throughout, didn't find a whole pile off it for pressure. And Johnny Murtagh's Seven Seas, that's run well as well for Ben Cohen on his third start, eligible for a handicap mark after that run. As I say, fine winner for Jack Cleary. Very important to get these Wrigley bred fillies a maiden bracket alongside their name in case the job done at Water Nymph. As I say, great opportunity for Jack Cleary. He's taken it with both hands. He's ridden a winner for his boss. Aidan O'Brien, Randall's Poets last, very unlucky back in second.
Yeah, well done to Jack. He was all smiles at the line, delighted with that. I think it's his first winner for Aidan. Happy to be corrected on that. From what I can see, it is Water Nymph 9-2. Randall Poets last was second. Toll Stone third, 13-2. Water Nymph, Jack Cleary, Aidan O'Brien 9-2.